Let's talk about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This is the second movie in the prequel series, and much like the second movie of the original series, it's got a little bit of a darker tone. In this Star Wars film, we see Anakin, he's getting older now. He's not just a little kid. There's some romance between him and Padme, and there's this internal struggle already forming of good versus evil because of what's going on with his mom. Now, the Sand People have captured her, and I remember it was almost like ever since the episode 1 came out, I remember thinking there's going to be a moment here where he really turns to the dark side. And for me, it was when he goes and just tears up the whole area where the Sand People are. They have those little caves or teepee kind of things, and he finds his mom. His mom dies in his arms, and then he just kills them all. Not just the men, but the women and the children. You remember that quote. That, to me, is when Anakin turns to the dark side. His anger takes over him, and he's kind of out of control with his actions. There are a lot of new characters in this movie. We see also the progression of Mace Windu. The final scene, they get captured, and then they hook Padme, Obi-Wan, and Anakin up, chain them up there in that arena, and the monsters that come out after them. It kind of reminded me of an old movie I saw called Jason and the Argonauts. I don't know if you're familiar with that movie or not, but the monsters there reminded me of an updated version of that. A lot of fun to watch. That whole scene from there to the end of the movie is great. There's all kinds of ships and lightsabers going on, different colors, and good guys and bad guys and things we've never seen before. And it was super exciting. And so then they're chasing after Dooku. They finally go into this cave kind of an area where I guess is where Dooku hangs out some, and they have the battle with him, and Anakin loses his arm, not for the last time. I got to thinking about that, actually. When you watch Return of the Jedi, he loses his arm again, except he's already a machine at that point. So it's interesting, and I think it's the same. I think it's the same arm that Dooku cut off, that Luke cuts off later in Return of the Jedi. There's a lot of arm cutting off going on in Star Wars movies, if you didn't know. We need an arm chopped off count. It happens a lot. And but the overall tone of the ending of the movie is kind of serious, much like The Empire Strikes Back. And there again, the character there, Hayden Christensen playing Anakin, it gets a little whiny at times, but I think it speaks to that character. He's going through a lot of things, and he, the loss of his mom, this romance that he's trying to have with Padme, but he also is trying to become a better Jedi, the good versus evil struggle, and it just all kind of builds within him. And then later in episode 3, that even intensifies. And I'll do a video on that next. But let me know what you thought about Star Wars Episode 2. A little fun fact, if you're still watching this video, my brother and I were planning on going to see this movie together. And I remember one day he called me. He was working for a courier service. And he got the film, the actual film footage, the canister of film, before the movie came out, and had to deliver it. His company was the transport to deliver the film to one of the local theaters for a special screening several days or weeks before the movie came out. And he went up into the top, where they set all this film up. This is pre-digital projector at some point. And he got to watch the movie with them right there, which was great. And I think he went back and watched it again later. But that was always cool to me that my brother got to deliver the secret footage before anybody else got to see it. at this special screening, and he got to kind of sneak in and watch the movie. I thought that was fantastic. Keep watching for more. Next up is going to be episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.